today's topic comes from Amelinda, and that is adjusting to college life. So, we are in the 4th week of college now, so it's basically the end of first quarter. We're only here each semester about 15, 16 weeks, so we're done with the whole semester by the time we get to winter break. Anywho, I thought we're into college enough that I could talk about the adjustment, since I seem pretty well adjusted, I would hope. So right now I'm just taking you around the quad. My guest today is the Predawn glow, because most human beings on a college campus don't like to be awake at 6:30 on a Friday. Going to college life. I think the biggest thing is just finding your rhythm, since your schedule is going to be yours alone. I mean, very rarely will you find anybody with a schedule quite like yours. You really got to work with where buildings are, where you got to be at the next time, and you can decide from there whether you should go back to your dorm or maybe you should go to another building to study, because you will find that lots of different buildings, even if they're not in your major, have lots of really nice places you can sit and study. Whereas in high school, you get 4 minutes between each class, and that's just enough time to really get you to your next class. Here, passing periods are almost always at least 10 minutes if you have a class back-to-back, and yeah, usually that's plenty of time. I mean, if traffic is a lot, and it's not really a lot anymore because a lot of people don't show up to class anymore. Well, I mean, there's plenty who do, but the amount that showed up on day one, it dwindles because a lot of people don't keep that motivation up. So keep your motivation up. That is something that you will have to work on yourself, whereas in high school, you're surrounded by everyone trapped in one building. Here, you can roam freely, you can choose not to go to class. That's not a good choice. Don't choose that. Don't choose that. Okay, so as far as buildings, say you got a class, you have 2 classes 1 hour apart, so you could choose to go back to your dorm, but that could be a long walk. If you live at home, you probably don't want to go all the way home just to come back to campus. So one thing that I've found is really fun to do is just finding a place to study, and one of those places is a journalism building. So to give you an example, on my Tuesdays and Thursdays, I have an 8 a.m. class, then I don't have another class till, don't have the next one till 11, so at 9 o'clock I'm free till 11. Seems about right. So what I like to do is go over to the journalism building, which is on my way to my next class, and usually review the material from the previous class. That's actually some advice Miss Shane gave me, so if you have her class, she has some pretty good college advice. So I just go over to the journalism building. They got some cool little seats. You'll find that on college campuses, lots of chairs have those little mini desks. I know the lecture hall has those. Yeah, back at A-Tech, lots of chairs in college have those little mini desks. That's kind of fun. So I go there, I study, get the laptop with me. If you don't have a smartphone or a laptop, you hopefully should get one by the time you get to college, because they are invaluable. Some of my classes use lots of apps. It's fun. It's very fun. So more on that, finding your rhythms. If you saw the intro, I hope you did see the intro. That was from Reno's Great Balloon Races tradition. So you'll find lots of different local events, campus events. I know the early weeks had a lot of those going on. Really look at the events. Go to different things. I mean, I've never seen a hot air balloon show before, so that was fun. And the event was with Circle K. So again, if there's something you're passionate about, join that club. I know there's a lot of people who say, oh, don't join any clubs your first semester, or just focus on your academics. And I mean, I do my studies. I'm only in 2 or 4 clubs. I'm not joining a lot, and I'm not doing too much in any of them. Just looking around, seeing what there is to do. With Circle K, community service is something I'm passionate about, so why would I repress my passions for a whole semester? That just seems crazy. So there's some advice: don't repress your passions. It's really fun, meeting lots of people. First week you will probably be a lot more social than other weeks, unless you're just a social person, but it's always good to meet the people in and around your community and branch out. I go to the Newman Center a lot. I don't know if you read the statuses. I do. I haven't had as much time to do this as I used to, just because things get hectic. But yeah, I go down there a lot. Another great study place. So they're open. I head down. Lots of very kind people, and that's, I think, one of the biggest things with college, finding a community. Because if you are just a lone wolf in this wolf pack, that doesn't make sense. And there are so many people on this darn campus that it is not too hard to find someone who shares at least some of your interests, I would hope. Yeah, not too much more to say. Oh yeah, keep in touch with people back at home. I mean, that's kind of what I'm doing right here, but I don't see a reason to isolate yourself, especially in this digital age where most people will call and text their parents like every darn day. I mean, you got connections, that there's no reason to sever them all just because you're in a new place. I really love seeing what you guys keep posting on the social medias. You guys are certainly using it a lot more than I did back in my day. But I really do love seeing it. Takes me back. I guess today I'll end the video with, it's a clip from last Wednesday. Yeah, last Wednesday, for my survey of jazz class, we went down to this bar. We didn't drink. We went down to this bar to watch our professor play in this one band he's in. It's called The Collective. It's actually a whole group of jazz professors here at UNR, or Nevada. So I thought that was nice. He's the guy playing the saxophone, so look forward to that. And Amelinda, hope I answered your question well. And enjoy the rest of school, everybody. I know you gotta be in class at 7. Most people will never take an 8 a.m. class here, so yeah, it's quiet in the mornings. I like it. Alright, so now you guys get to wear my hat. Wow!
In your music appreciation, you can get much classical music too. I won the wall orientation. I was so proud of myself. Like,